Console Drone's Gamer Talk Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You found me.
So how come Brock's blue and you're not?
Why?
Hello listeners, gamers, geeks, grown-ups, and internet. Welcome back to Console Drone's Gamer Talk Podcast, squeezing video gaming fun right out of northern Arizona, somewhere in Washington, from inside your headphones. This is season number 2, episode 135. You're listening to a weekly podcast where we talk about everything and anything, but mainly video games. I'm your host, Chris, and today we have a special guest with us joining us for today's show. You know him from one of our episodes called Rhythmic Rubbing. Earl is back, everybody! Let's start the show.
It's time for What You Drinking and What Have You Been Playing?
All right, Joe, let's start off with you. What are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
All right, I am drinking Sam Adams 76. Actually pretty good. Sam Adams mixed a lager and an ale. I bought it for the 4th of July because, you know, America. I still been drinking it. And as far as what I've been playing 76. That's it.
Sweet. All right, moving on over to Miguel. Miguel, what are you drinking and what have you been playing this week?
Protein shake. My good friend Mitchell, Spartan's brother Mitchell, made me a diet plan, so I'm doing that. So, protein shake o'clock right now. What I've been playing, Mortal Kombat. I played some Soldier 76. I mean Fallout 76. Sorry, Fallout 76. And I actually, for the first time in my life, finished Halo 1. So that's a thing.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
good job,
buddy.
Good work. Nice work.
Meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
Do you like it? No.
I mean, as far as stories go, I didn't really care for it.
Okay.
But I know a lot of people got Halo 1 for online multiplayer, right? Initially. No?
Nope.
I don't really care
No,
for
it was number 2.
Hmm.
Number 2 was the first multiplayer. Number
Yeah.
1 didn't have any.
But I mean, you think back, Halo is original Xbox days, so
Yeah.
there's not that... I don't know if the bar was that high. I anticipate if I continue to play the other Halos that the story will, in my eyes, get better. So,
Well, I can guarantee now you'll hate the ending to Halo 2. Halo 3, you might like 4.
real promising. Thanks,
It's
Joe.
just that the storyline that they all leave off with cliffhangers. So
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't have to deal with cliffhangers until I get all the way through 5 Halo games, so...
yeah. Plus, there's Reach and ODST. So Reach is kind of like happening at the same time that 1 is happening, or it's like just before 1.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And I guess, in my opinion, like, it's not the type of story I look for. Stories I look for have a lot of character development and, like, a bunch of side characters and interaction between all the characters. Gears of War, for example, Marcus, Dom, Cole, all of them interact. Their interactions with each other, their character development. And then, to me, Halo is just like Master Chief trying to save the universe, galaxy, whatever, with not very much development. The story is just like there. This is what he's doing. So I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan.
All right, that's cool, man. Sweet.
That's me in a nutshell.
All right, we'll move on over. We'll save the best for last here, or actually, we'll second to last. Earl. Earl, what are you doing this week? What have you been playing, buddy?
I am drinking Elysian, the men's room, an original red.
Nice.
It's very tasty, and I'm drinking it in my souvenir Duff beer pint, and it's not a bad ale. And the only one I've been playing is Mutant Football League. I don't know if you guys have heard of this game. Came out last year, no, 2 years ago on the PC, and I think just last year for all the other ones. And it's pretty much NFL Blitz meets just goofy, crazy.
Nice. That's cool.
Just kind of a fun, casual game, and so that's what I've been playing.
Sweet, man. Awesome.
What about you, Chris? What have you been doing?
All right. Right now, I am drinking the Goose Island as usual, made with real geese and hibiscus. And let's see. This week I've been playing Firewall Zero Hour and also Fallout 76, and that's pretty much me this week. All right, so we'll move on down to the news. Joe, you ready, buddy?
Si, senor.
Deuce's Weekly News, keeping us informed and up to date in the gaming industry.
All right, let's see how we do this. Continuing from last week, we had talked about Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo were asking about the trade tariff. So there's been updates, and they're all planning of moving their manufacturing of consoles out of China.
Oh, wow.
So Nintendo has confirmed its plan to move a portion of its Switch manufacturing out of China. Yay. Company said we'll move part of the production to Vietnam to diversify manufacturing sites. And that will occur this summer for Nintendo. So they haven't had anything about Sony or Microsoft moving out of China, but I know Nintendo is for sure.
So
Wow.
you're saying just a portion of their manufacturing is moving out. So I assume that's like the portion that's coming into.
Yeah. They said that so far Microsoft, they're looking at Thailand and Indonesia as well. Nintendo is considering Vietnam, but Sony hasn't commented on where yet. So that's that. Yeah. Because they don't want their console sales affected.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nintendo seems to be in the news right now. The Switch Lite was officially announced today, and it's coming out this September. It's $200, and it has a smaller screen. It's basically the Switch handheld.
Sorry.
God damn, Chris. Anyway, it's called the Switch Lite, 5.5 screen, so it's going to be smaller. The Joy-Cons are not detachable, and I don't think there even is an HD rumble. So, and there's a D-pad on the left and not buttons, and the battery lasts up max to 6.5 hours, and it is not dockable to the TV, so there is no HDMI port.
Oh.
That's okay. It looks horrible anyway.
Yeah, it's like yellow, turquoise, and gray. I don't know why they chose these colors, but anyway, that's the new Nintendo news. More Nintendo. You're adding a rewind feature to all NES games free in the Switch Online. So, yay. It lets players replay any section of a level with a button press. So, like right now on the Switch Online, you can save. You can do saves during an old retro game. Now they actually, once you go past a certain part of the level, you can hit a button and rewind it.
Oh, so it's like Forza.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of. So like Mega Man Legacy, you'll be able to do it. And this feature will be available July 17th alongside The Wrecking Crew and Donkey Kong 3, which are two games joining the collection.
Sweet.
Yeah. Division 2 news. Episode 1, DC Outskirts Expedition releases July 23rd. I know we've been
New cap?
kind of... Huh?
I said new cap.
I'm actually the first time I'm actually reading it. So it's episode 1. It will be available for year 1 pass holders starting July 23rd. And then all other players will be able to play it on the 30th. And it leaves off after the final boss at Tidal Basin. So you will be taking to the surrounding areas of Washington, D.C. in the 2 new main missions. And yeah, so there's 2 new main missions: Camp White Oak, and they're trying to bring in the traitor president, and Manning National Zoo. So there's new experience. There's expeditions now. Players can enter Kenley College. And expeditions will be split in 3 different wings for players to complete. Each wing will have a specific theme and tone, and to be released on a week-by-week basis. So you will have 1 new exotic weapon, which is the Diamondback Rifle, 1 new exotic gear, which is the BTSU Data Gloves, 2 weapons is the Stoner LMG and the Carbine 7.
Nice.
Crafting improvements. Players can now craft their gear up to gear score 500 and share blueprints across characters. Not players, but characters. Yeah. So, woohoo!
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything about a cap. So, Facebook signs a deal with Ubisoft to develop Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell for Oculus Rift.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So
Time to get the quest.
Yeah. Well, according to the report on the information, that's the website, I guess. Facebook has signed a VR exclusivity deal with.
God damn it, Joe.
I know. With Ubisoft to develop both games for the Oculus headset. And Mark Zuckerberg, I guess it's the Oculus is doing. Facebook has their own VR. I didn't know that.
They own Oculus, I believe.
Oh well, then yeah, Oculus will. Yeah. Yep. That's basically it. It's just a partnership, and Splinter Cell is being in the works and has been rumored for some time now. So I don't know if there's an actual like console title Splinter Cell, or is it just going to be VR? But it'd be cool for Assassin's Creed, flying through the air, and I don't know about. I'd do the leap of faith in VR. It'd have to be like laying on the floor to make it.
You gonna jump into that hay barrel in VR?
Oh my god, yeah.
I imagine it's mostly going to be like an experience and then like just.
Well, it'd be nice to have the Splinter Cell, like the new stealth game that they're coming out with. What was that game you said, Chris? After E3, there's a new stealth shooting game coming out.
Oh man,
I don't remember, but anyway, it would be along that lines. It would be cool if they did that.
Yeah.
Last article: Fallout 76 patch number 11 will make things a bit easier for newbies and low-level characters. New dwellers will find a smoother path to leaving Vault 76. They will have a higher disease resistance and find a reduction in creature difficulty over in the ash heap and other areas once the update is released. So that's under level 25. They will also have to pay fewer caps when fast traveling, and a number of early game challenge rewards will be replaced with items and other supplies to provide a better chance of survival. What's up?
Is that really something that needed fixing? Was getting out of the vault? I mean,
no. I mean, it's just getting out of those beginner areas of the map. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're talking about the ash heap, and that's south. That's like that black part of the map. That's where Chris and I went, and we grinded out a level 50 sheep squatch, but it was just the two of us. But anyway, yeah, they're gonna have improved item descriptions, power armor improvements, bulk junk auto scrapping, and the return of punch bowls, which I already have mine. Yeah, so get in the wasteland and have some fun.
Hell yeah.
That's it for the news.
Sweet. All right. Well, we're going to figure out what I'm not buying because I'm stuck in the wasteland. So, Miguel, What are the dates, buddy?
It's actually an amazing week because it's not 2 pages worth of dates.
Oh, sweet.
There are 6.
Oh wait.
Oh, wow. Are they all Nintendo?
80%. Wait. Damn it. I ain't doing that math right now. 7 out of 8. Or 5 out of 6.
Demonic States, keeping us on track with what video games are coming out soon.
So we have Soul Seraph on Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. That's on the 10th. The 11th, we have Professor Lupo and His Horrible Pets on the Switch. The 12th, we have God Eater 3 on Nintendo Switch. We have Dragon Quest Builder 2 on PlayStation and Switch. And then 7/16, we have Lost Orbit Terminal Velocity on the Switch. And for Joe, The Sims 4 Island Living on PlayStation and Xbox.
Finally.
Only if I can get it free with the EA Access.
I mean, you could with EA Access Premier on your PC.
Yeah. I mean, I that's when I was playing The Sims was on PC. I should go back to just playing it on the PC.
That's everything coming out.
Sweet. All right. So we're
Wait,
going to...
hold on.
What?
What's this week?
What?
Oh, that's next week. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
What's next week?
Well, since I'm not going to be here next week, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 next
Okay.
week on the Switch.
yeah.
So, sorry.
Is that next Friday?
What is it, the 19th?
Next Friday.
Next Friday, yeah. So, just for me, because I'm not going to be here next week.
You can always bring your
For
Switch.
for you Switch bitches out there, next week is Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Ooh, yay. All right.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. All right, so we're going to get into some rando shit, I think. But
well,
before
let's-
that, do you guys have any what the fucks this week?
Yeah, I got one.
And now it's time for our What the Fucks for the week.
You got
Go ahead,
one?
Earl.
Okay, Earl.
So this happened a little while back, but I wanted to share it. So we were going to get some tacos, and this guy, his car broke down in the turn lane. And so he got someone from just nearby, I think there was an employee from the Burger King, helped push his car, and he didn't realize that his car was in drive, apparently. And apparently if you push a car that's broken down while it's in drive, it restarts the car. And so all of a sudden I just hear a guy go, no. And then it crashed into a storefront. Like the car just
shit.
full on smashed into it was an American Insurance or something like that.
An insurance company.
Yeah, insurance company.
That's crazy.
There's probably the guy's insurance company too.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow. And the guy's like freaking out, and he's just, and the Burger King employee's like, I thought you said it was in neutral. And anyways, so I'm standing there, and this guy's freaking out, and he kind of seemed like he was on something. I'm not sure, but I was like, all right. And I'm about to just walk into the taco place right next door, and my wife is just like, we're not gonna get tacos. I'm like, what? We're not getting tacos? And so we didn't get tacos that day.
Oh, man.
Why did that ruin your tacos?
I don't know. She was scared that he was a very unstable man, and all of a sudden all the police were coming and fire trucks, and yeah, so that was just
That's when you just wait. Like, I didn't see anything. I was getting my tacos.
I just want tacos.
That is a sad story.
Oh, man.
yeah.
Makes me hungry.
I know.
Shut up, Chris. Shut up, Joe.
I'll get some King
Guys.
Taco when I'm in Cali, Chris.
Yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. That's some good tacos.
Whatever.
Sweet. Does anybody else have any what the fucks?
I do.
Okay,
I
Joe.
just pre-ordered Ultimate Alliance for the Switch. So.
Oh, fuck
Nice.
yeah. Hell yeah.
And I got the expansion pass, so cool, sweet. Okay. First, what the fuck? last week, Miguel, you had said that
I'm down here.
no, you're up there, You're over here. Anyway, you said you beat Gears 5 last week.
Did I say 5? I meant 4.
I know you meant 4. That's why when I had that weird look on my face. You were like, "What, Joe?" And I didn't say anything. I was like, "You said you beat Gears 5. How did you get Gears 5?" That's why I didn't ask, because I didn't know if you'd gotten some
Oh,
I
I
don't know.
wish.
some pre-beta release or.
No, Gears 4.
All right. Second, what the fuck? Well, congratulations to the U.S. women's soccer team. Congratulations. Fourth World Cup. Anyway, I didn't know about this, but them making less money than the men's soccer team. You know, the men's soccer team, they get what? I don't know, however much money, and then the women's team gets a fraction of that. It's like, come on, these women deserve to get paid. They're athletes just as much. Goddamn phone. They're just as much athletes as, you know, the men are, and it's like, it's not fair. Let's just, come on, pay them up, give them their money. Anyway, last what the fuck. I don't know if you guys know who Belle Delphine is.
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay, she's selling her bathwater, and people.
Yes.
I just read an update that people are drinking it.
Yes.
Not only did she sell out, but people
Damn.
are drinking her bathwater. Now,
Yes.
I don't.
Holy
So-
what the fuck?
On the camera, like on the feed, she's not naked. She's wearing a Diva singlet or like a bodysuit, and she's just got the shower head on her, and the water's running off the singlet into the bathtub, and whatever. She's doing the Higo face, and yeah. Anyway, it's just mind blowing that people will spend the money for that shit. I don't get it. I don't understand. That's all I got for what the fucks.
That makes me very sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like come on, people, you're buying water. I mean, it shows like the shower head, like whoever the cameraman is or camera person, they're like squirting water on her, and then she takes the jar and she's like takes the water and then she like pours it in her mouth, and then she's like, bleh, she does the Higo thing, and then she spits it back in the jar, or she just has it right in the jar and she closes it, and it's like, you fucking serious? After they cut off the camera, she could be opening a bottle of Fiji or Sparklets or whatever and just pouring it in the jar and then selling it.
You're going to be real upset when those people get superpowers, Joe, because that's how you get superpowers, by something stupid and weird like that.
It's fucking dumb and gross is what that is.
It'd be really sick if she lived in Flint, Michigan. Then all those people are going to get sick.
Oh,
Just
Is
leave
the
that
water there like flammable or something?
something.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
Golly, man. I mean,
Yeah, I don't imagine she lives in Flint, Michigan.
I know, but I'm just saying it would be funny. That's why I was reading all the comments after the post. Frag Hero has it on their website, and you know, they were like, I hope somebody gets sick from this, because if people are ingesting it, you know, then you got the health department issues, and then they'll be like, well, you shouldn't be selling this. And, you know, unless she has a disclaimer, not for consumption, and people are drinking it anyway. But yeah, ain't going on that. There's fucking people that are licking ice cream. Stop it.
Oh, that's a felony, isn't it? Food tampering? Yeah.
Yeah.
The chick in Texas is getting 20 years. And then
Oh,
now
wow.
there's another guy that's spitting in the iced tea bottles, like Arizona iced tea bottles. He's spitting in them and closing them back.
that's fucking sick.
It's sick, man.
damn
These
it.
people,
What the
I don't
fuck's
know,
going
man.
on?
Everything. Yeah, they were showing like they're going to have locks on the ice cream cabinet, like on the liquor counters.
Wow.
You're going to
Like
have
on the
proof,
That's fucking crazy.
you have proof of ID or a security thing. That's why anything that doesn't have a safety seal, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. If it doesn't have a safety seal, not buying it.
I guess I'm confused. Doesn't ice cream come with a safety seal? Well, no.
Some do. Some
Like-
some have the clear wrapper around the top.
Well, like
some
the
don't.
gallon ones don't, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. That's why Haagen-Dazs has that clear paper over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Man,
Food tampering.
Sick people.
fucked up,
20
man.
years, man, for licking ice cream.
What are you in here for? Oh, I licked some ice cream.
Yeah.
Was it tasty? What flavor was it?
Yeah, they're gonna be licking someone else's ice cream after
Yeah,
that.
no, they're gonna be. You want some salad with that ice cream? That's
Yeah,
they're
damn.
tossing somebody's salad.
Yes, I would love some chocolate ass cream.
Fuck, come on, man.
Do some truffle butter with that.
Oh, shit. All right.
Truffle butter. Haven't heard that one in a while. Thanks, Joe.
Who else has got what the fucks?
Fuck you, John. I'm good.
So I've got two that are a little crazy. So this weekend I went to Chino Valley to help out my father-in-law with some of his cars, and I had to stop off at Safeway, pick up some milk and beer for the family, me and the baby. So anyways, as I was getting out of the cashier, I got done buying the milk and beer. I seen this old man next to me, and he decides to go to the cash register, and he literally asked for anything that could help with an infection. So he's asking medical advice to a cashier at Safeway. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, at least ask the pharmacist, you know what I mean? He's just right down the way. So I don't know, it was weird. I don't know, dumb people, I don't know.
Was that in Chino?
Yeah, I was in Chino.
That's them. That's that banjo deliverance shit down there. I'm telling you.
I don't know, man. I was like, I told my wife, and she's like, yeah, maybe he should see a doctor. So we laughed about it, but it was funny.
I've had the opposite happen to me at Safeway. I was in my scrubs,
Mhm.
and I've got my hospital badge at Safeway, and this lady comes up to me, and she's like, "Do you work here?" And I'm like, I look down at what I'm wearing, hospital scrubs, hospital badge, and I'm like, no.
That's funny.
Actually, yeah, I had a similar thing happen. I was wearing, I had a black polo shirt, and I think it was in the Verizon store, and I was looking at the phones, and it was my Star Wars polo, so it's got like a red line on it. And somebody walked up to me, and they're like, "Oh, can you show me?" I'm like, "I don't work here. I don't work here." And I showed them. It had the little Darth Vader logo on the polo. I was like, "I don't work here. I just came from work." Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's like, shit, man.
Oh, man.
I should have played along with it. I should have. Like, just give me your money and I'll get you a new phone.
Yeah, just give me your phone and I'll go check and make sure it's working fine. And
Yeah, I'll go in and I'll say, here, I want to turn this phone in.
then I'll go
trade in.
then I'll go get less years in jail than that guy got for licking ice cream.
Yeah, it's just fraud. That's all. How many years did you get served for frauds?
It's not as bad as
For theft?
tampering with food, apparently.
Oh, no, yeah.
That's fucking...
That's a health concern.
Hell yeah, it is. That's gross as fuck.
And we can do orange is the new black.
Yeah. Yeah, heck yeah.
But it
Joe
wouldn't
can
be
be
the one
flaca.
yeah.
You can be flaca.
And then my second what the fuck, me and my wife decided to take a walk with the stroller and the babies. And so we live by this hotel, the Grand Canyon Hotel, and we were walking over there, and these tourists just got let off the train. And one of these ladies just walked up to a pine tree, and she's like, "Oh, look, a pine tree." And she went over and touched it, and she goes, "Ow." And I was like, what the fuck? Like, pine needle? Like, it's sharp. But yeah, I was just like, what is going on? It was just really weird shit.
Maybe she's never seen a pine tree.
I guess not. I mean, they do have Christmas trees pretty much everywhere, but maybe she's different religion too. I don't know.
Maybe she thought it was a cactus.
Maybe would have done the same thing.
Ow, cactus hurt.
I don't know. It was really weird. I was like, what did they do to you in that train? So, but yeah.
I mean, the bark on pine trees is not like smooth or anything, so that could be what it was. Like maybe they're used to like aspens that are all smooth and nice and just generally safe.
Yeah,
and a pine tree's just dangerous.
I don't know. It's just a weird reaction to a pine tree. I was like, all right, it's just a tree. But yeah, those are my what the fucks for this week. All right, so we'll move on to rando shit. We can talk about anything we want this week. We're just kind of hanging out and chilling with Earl. Thanks for joining the podcast, buddy.
Yeah, man. My pleasure.
All right, Joey's wetting his pants over there. What kind of rando shit you have, buddy?
All right, first up, congratulations. Pat Mahomes, SP Best NFL Player. Congratulations. He got the award for Best NFL Player last year, so congratulations. Yes, they didn't win anything, but still. He's my quarterback, man. I'm talking about it like that. My quarterback.
It's your homes.
It's my homes. Anyway, little TO thing. Saw Far From Home, Spider-Man, Far From Home. Enjoyed the hell out of it. Thank you. Cinema One, enjoyed the whole movie. Still had some kind of like, questions at the end. You know what I'm talking about? If you haven't seen it yet, the end scene. Finished Stranger Things season 3. Okay,
Just a little bit there.
just a little.
No.
All good things have to come to an end. Yeah.
Anyone else watch that?
I'm working on it. I'm on like episode 4.
Gotcha. Chris,
It's only 8 episode season, so you're halfway there. Finished Lucifer finally, or got caught up. Detective. Loved it. Like I said, the only thing DC that I like. Oh, I forgot my what the fucks. I saw Shazam. If you haven't seen it yet, what the fuck? It's DC's Power Rangers. Fuck this movie. It sucked balls. Zach Levi, he needs to jump to Marvel and play for something in Marvel. And oh god, that movie was horrible. My kids loved it because, well, they love the Power Rangers, but still, I mean, the way they went about it, it's just like, we're all Shazam. It's like, oh, fuck. Give me a break. Anyway, DC they're stretching right now. They are so lost. They're scrambling right now to find something. The best thing that's coming out of DC right now is their animated movies. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And their games.
And their games. That is it. Other than that, don't make movies. They can make TV shows.
Don't forget the comics. You can't.
Yeah, the comics are better. Yes. They spend more money on that. Yeah, I'm done with DC. I don't think I will want to see Birds of Prey just because Margot Robbie's in it. That's it. Yeah, because I think she's a perfect Harley Quinn. I think.
What about Joker?
No, nope. Because at first I thought they were gonna mimic it or base it off of a Killing Joke, that Joker. But then they just recently said that the Joker movie is based off of no comic, no story. We have yet to see this Joker. And I know there's a lot of hesitation, and everybody was like, well, everybody was hesitant about Heath Ledger being Joker, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, but this is taking it in a different direction. Okay, I'm not gonna see Joker. I probably will see it if Miguel gets it on Vudu. I'll see it, but other than that, I'm not spending any money.
Speaking of Voodoo, Joe, I got Alita Battle Angel.
Thank you. I saw it on Xbox, and I was like, digital sale. Is he gonna get it? So, I know what I'm watching.
I've been trying to pre-order it for like 2 months, and Voodoo just, I don't know why. Like, Voodoo has stuff to pre-order like 2 months in advance. This one, all they had that I could search were trailers, and it would never come up. And then finally it came up on Voodoo a few weeks ago, and it was like HD. It didn't have UHD. It didn't have anything. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to buy the disc. And then I saw it was on there last night, and so I looked, and they had UHD, so I'm like, buying it.
I'm going to wait for the DVD if it comes out in 4K, and if it's a great movie like they say it is, I will get the 4K disc, and I will have it. So, last thing for my rando, after the whole women's soccer fiasco that's been going on, there's been a conversation about sports becoming co-ed and women having the equal opportunity to play with men in sports. And thinking about it, it's very easy to just say no. But to actually think about if they make the rules the same, not the rules, but the standard the same, if they have to pass the same test that the men pass. And there are women out there, I've seen YouTube videos of Samoan or, Pacific Islander women going up and laying guys out as linebackers. If they can pass the same test and the same standard as in men in the NFL, why the fuck not? Why should they not be why should they be prohibited from playing in the sport when they pass all the tests? They physically, mentally, whatever, they're exactly the same, if not better than the men. Let them play. Let them play.
Yeah, I'd say why not too.
But then at on the flip side of that, don't have special rules for them. The rules are same across the board. Everything is the same across the board. If they, and I'm not saying match, but if they can pass the tests, I'm not saying that the men tests are harder than the women's tests. I'm just saying if it's an equal playing field, an equal standard, why not? Let them play.
Well, let's go on. Let's go on. All sports. Are we talking like just major professional, or like saying, all levels? Because I have something to talk about, kind of related to this, but not really.
Well, with the exception of baseball, because I know there's not a lot of women. I'm not saying that softball's like not better than baseball. I've seen softball players throw faster than baseball players. So, yeah. But it's just a different technique. I don't know if there's a women like fast pitch or overhand pitch league, baseball league. I don't know. But I'm just saying all sports, golf, hockey, why not? Football, basketball. I'm not going to say anything about that, but across the board, we have diversity in racing. Why can't we do it in the other sports?
True.
So to touch on diversity in sports, so I do have a what the fuck that I just remembered with Joe ranting about opposite sexes on professional sports teams. So my nephews, both of them are in state right now. They play in Tempe on Friday. My niece, she's still going for state right now. She's playing actually right this moment in Cottonwood. They all had a game. So the boys are on the same team, and my niece is clearly separate teams, softball. So we're in Prescott, or Payson. We're in Payson watching their game on Friday. And my niece has a game in Cottonwood on Friday also. So we're watching the boys, and we get informed by my sister that my niece's opponents, the team they're supposed to play, got disqualified because there was a boy on their team.
Wow. Well, it's exactly the same thing.
But that's why I'm trying to say, where do you cut it off? Because clearly that's not something that's okay. Softball versus baseball, this is all stars for state.
Yeah. And there was a boy on the team?
There was a boy on the team that got disqualified.
Okay, was the boy transgender?
I don't know the details.
That's the thing that I don't know. That's the biggest gray area for me, is the whole transgender thing. I know it's not right, politically correct. It's not PC right now. I know it's odd for me to be PC. But my neighbor here on the screen, it's kind of like the good vibes are like coming off of him, and, coming this way. Anyway, no, I'm just saying, it's just, it's like you've heard the stories about the men that can't really do anything in the men's weightlifting, but they go to the women's and they're like, oh, well, he registers as a woman and he's gold medal. And it's like, you cheated. That's all it is. You cheated. Unless they're going to start creating a transgender category for sports, you're either a man or a woman. Okay. Now, if they do the co-ed thing, then yes, then all the lines will be blurred. And instead of looking at man or woman, they should just look at the standard score. Can they jump a certain height? Can they run a certain speed? Can they lift a certain weight? Then it shouldn't matter. But I think for those that jump over those lines, as of right now, I think it's cheating. I honestly think it's cheating.
My wife used to be a middle linebacker for a women's football team. And one of the things that she said was kind of like one of the weird gray areas was there were men on the opposite teams that were identified as transgender. But the league had a rule that you had to have gone through the transgender process, the transition process for at least a year. But she's like, I don't know, they were all rocking 5 o'clock shadows and obliterating our team because they were all massive guys. But I don't know.
I mean,
It's
you
just-
have to look at the science of it.
Yeah.
You are born. Your genes say you are a man.
Yeah.
It's not psychological at that point. You know, when it comes to sports, you have to look at that category. You were born as a man, so yet, yes, you are sometimes, in some cases, you are going to grow differently than a woman is.
Yeah.
Your bones aren't going to be as thick as some women are. I'm not saying all women. I'm not saying all men. Okay,
You're going to generally produce more testosterone.
Exactly. So the bone density may be different. The muscle mass may be different. There's so many things that you can factor into that. And I'm not saying this across the board and speaking equally for each gender. But when you get into that, it's like, come on. I mean, you were born and your birth certificate says male. Okay. Then we have to draw the line at some point. I mean, if it says male and you look at them and they're, like there's some people out there that don't profile them, but yeah, it's going to be like 5'5", 5'6", petite, 100 pounds or less. Okay, you fall into that category, but for a sport, just for a sport, that's all I'm talking about. Sports. I'm not talking about anything else.
Sports.
Like what Earl's hat says. Sports. Okay.
just avoiding everything for advantages just because of the way your genome is.
I mean, it's just like the whole minor league thing where what did they do? They spoofed on the birth certificate, and the kid was like, "I'm 8 years old, but I got a mustache." It's like, seriously. You know what I mean? It's shit like that ruins it for everyone else. Those cases. But anyway, that's what I had for the rando. Sorry it went off on other shit, but yeah, I was just saying that I'm okay as long as if all of the statistics, the tests are passed, why not? If you can have a woman run the same 40 as somebody else that's a man, and she can catch and she can run routes and has good hand skills, why not? I would love to see that. But don't throw a flag when she gets blindsided and laid out on the field, because the rules are going to be the same for a guy as a girl.
Yeah.
Unless she's a quarterback, then throw the flag.
Yeah.
My worry would be as a guy, like, what if the lineman or whoever, I don't know, takes it easy on them because it's a girl? Would that alter the game, you think?
I think it would, but at that point, there's going to be, at the beginning, it's like there's going to be this period of time where the men are not going to take it easy on the women. They are actually, I'd hate to say it, but they're going to treat them badly. They are going to play harder. They're going to hit harder because of this. They wanted the lines blurred, and they're saying they have to prove a point. They're going to say, okay, you want to play on our field and on our terms, then this is what is going to happen.
Well, and then I'm sure there's a lot of people that would, their pride would play into it, and if they got beat out, they wouldn't be okay with that, and just people's ego and whatnot to go along with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if there is a woman named, wait, hold on, let me see. If there's a woman named Barbara Trady out there and she can throw better than some other wannabe Tom Brady, and she gets hit, it's like, oh, red flag, she broke a nail or something. You know what I mean? It's they're gonna have some double standard, but that's what I'm not wanting. It's like, don't change the rules. The rules are in place for player safety. Whether it doesn't matter what gender, it's player safety. But if you can pass the test and you are a player, you fall under these rules. Mm-hmm. NASCAR didn't change any rules for Danica Patrick or any of the other female drivers. The NHRA didn't change any of the rules for any of the female drag racers. So, and yes, some people are like, oh, racing is not a sport. Fuck you, it is. But, yeah.
So So here's my next question. So we're talking females playing in a current man's league. Where is the acceptability for reversing that role? And if there was still like a women's soccer league and men going there, how does that work?
Or we abolish the male and female leagues and create a league. For soccer, do a soccer league, a world soccer league, men, women, everybody playing.
Co-ed
It
league.
doesn't matter. I would say some of those women, or most of those women on that U.S. team, will run circles around the men.
You go, Juilliards.
That's what they need to do. They need to do a fucking. I know there's no such thing as pay-per-view anymore, but have the U.S. women's soccer team go up against the men's U.S. soccer team, who sucks. Fucking can't even get past Mexico.
Hey,
Jesus.
watch it.
I mean, Mexico's great. I'm not saying anything bad about Mexico. Duh. It's like, U.S. hockey players are better than Canadian hockey players or Russian hockey players. No. Ain't happening.
Could it be though that because just in our country, like I don't know, if you're an elite athlete, you're gonna become a football player? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's more. Like, let's say you can run a 40 in 15 seconds. Like, I feel like you have more opportunity as a football player than as a soccer player.
I mean,
Look at the 49ers. They have that one receiver who he was an Olympic runner. Okay. And he ran like one of the fastest 40s, and he's playing in the NFL. Now, at what point was it his decision or was it a coach's decision that said, damn, you can run fast. Can you catch a ball? Can you dodge a wrench? Anyway. Oh, by the way, rest in peace, Rip Torn. Yeah, he passed away. But yeah, I mean, if they apply the different skills, I mean, yeah, everybody's seeking out that player that can run a 40 or that can catch a ball or, I don't know.
I mean, I think it's all dependent on, like, in the end, it's what you want. Because, yeah, the NFL might have all these elite athletes that come from rugby or soccer or Olympic runners. But, I mean, their season is 3-4 months. Whereas, like, basketball, baseball, those players get a shit ton of money. Less risk of injury. I'm not saying there's no risk. Less risk. And it's a shit ton of money involved in those sports, but their seasons they're real jobs. They're real jobs where it's like the whole year round, basically. I'm not saying football isn't, but there is that off season. It won't be. The AFL's gone, Joe. Sorry, your dreams are dead.
I mean, I wish the NFL had an extended season. I wish they would play more than just 18, 17, 16 weeks.
But that comes with injury risk too, because it's such a high contact sport.
Yeah, but then you don't have a 53-man roster. You have a 106-man roster. You have essentially two teams. Just like in hockey, they cycle lines out. So they send 5 guys in, and then, or was it 5 or 6? Sorry, my hockey knowledge is off today. And then they change the lines. So you call a timeout, you change your line, you have some O lineman come in. They do it now in the NFL. But they would just have more players.
Oh, anyway. Fantasy football would be awful.
I wouldn't play. I would not play. I don't play fantasy baseball. I would not play fantasy football if it was longer season.
It'd be hard to follow for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we're done with that tangent, right?
Yeah, but I mean, to answer your question, if they did that, yes, they could. I don't know. I don't see men going to a women's league to play, because that goes back to my point of cheating. But also to counter that, if the men are playing at the same level or below the women, then it wouldn't necessarily be cheating. It would just be like, I don't know, it would be a change in their performance. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a rough scenario.
scenario. But I mean, the NFL is slowly doing it. They're hiring female coaches, and hell, I've seen some college female kickers that can kick better than, Catman or.
Well, let's be honest. I can kick better than Catman.
You know what I mean?
It's very true.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, give them a chance. If they pass the test, why not?
Him and Cody Parkey, I can kick better than them.
Oh my god, poor Cody.
Double doink.
Double doink. So I'll continue. You were done with Rando, right, Joe?
I'm done.
We're kind of moving on to me.
I'm done.
Well, I watched Stranger Things. It was great, Earl. I hope you enjoy it. I have a friend.
Great.
I have a friend who said that she didn't think it was that great, and I'm like, what? It's way better than Game of Thrones.
Yeah, holy.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Apparently, there's going to be 1, maybe 2 more seasons of Stranger Things, and that's going to be it.
I thought this was it.
This isn't it. There's going to be a season 4 and potentially a season 5. And then it's going to be it.
Well, hopefully they don't involve the kids.
Well, I was going to say they can't just leave it where they left it, Joe.
Why not? Some of the greatest shows just that's it.
But did you see the end credit scene?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw. Not the American. Yeah. I saw it.
Anyways, we'll just leave it there because people haven't seen it. I watched Mr. Iglesias.
Oh, how was that?
And I binge watched Mr. Iglesias, and it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes.
It was so good. Highly recommend it.
So good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I am so glad. I love the hell out of that show. I hope it comes back for at least 2-3 more seasons.
I do too. It was great.
Like I said, it's this generation's Mr. Cooper, and I loved hanging with Mr. Cooper back in the day, and yeah. So
Sweet.
I also watched the Mike Epps stand-up that's on Netflix, or like 20 minutes of it. No,
Not good.
Yeah.
I feel like these older comedians, like they're awful. Cat Williams.
Well, I've seen
Mike
Epps.
Epps.
It seems like they just keep repeating themselves.
Well, it's not even like that. It's like what they're talking
about.
about. It's just like it's not funny.
See, the thing that I noticed that, like with Gabriel, he continues to smash it every single stand-up because he's telling a story. And when you have the comedians that don't tell a story, that just stand up and just like a Jew and a priest walk in the bar, it's like, I'm done. I don't want to just sit here and listen to an hour and a half or 2 hours worth of just one-liners, or they're all over the place. I watched the Mike Epps one as well, and I noticed that he was like all over the place. He was trying to find material, to test the audience to see where he was like, oh, okay, cool.
It was awful. I watched like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I can't watch this anymore.
Yeah.
I watched the Aziz Ansari one.
I just saw that one today.
It was okay. Again,
It was sad. It made me
sad. It was so sad. I mean, I watched it yesterday. Yesterday, I was down for the count. I was sick, but today it was like, I'm fine. But I watched it yesterday, and I was just like, okay. I chuckled like once or twice because he started talking about like the news and like comparing things from like 10 years ago to today's standards and how they changed. And he's like, you can't do that, which I agree with him. You can't say that a show that was on 10 years ago and say we need to ban it because 10 years ago it was socially acceptable and today it's not. So I test out the stand-ups and I end up falling back to my fail-safe, which is just binge watching Friends every once in a while. So
I know I'm pretty into stand-up. I know the ones that I've enjoyed recently are John Mulaney. Have you guys watched John Mulaney?
I have not.
He's really good. And then I think my current favorite one is what's his name? He's got the really raspy voice. Shoot. Anyways, I've got a list. I'll send you guys some recommendations. I binge that's all I listen. Mostly all I listen to between your guys' podcast.
Well, there was another one that was on Netflix, and I watched it. I'm trying to find it because I can't remember her name. But it's titled Glitter Room. I don't remember her name. Let me just see if I can search it. But it was funny. I enjoyed it.
Chris, I want your thoughts on the Joe Coy.
Catherine Ryan.
Okay. Catherine Ryan.
Joe Coy was fucking hilarious, man. That was great. That was like one of the best stand-ups I've seen this year so far. So he's killing it. I listen to a lot of different comedians too, but I mean, I listen to like Tony Hinchcliffe and Jeremiah Wonders and some other, or Jeremiah Watkins. Sorry, that's his podcast. But yeah, I listen to a lot of different stand-up comedians too. But Netflix specials like Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura.
Bert Kreischer was great.
Yeah, yeah,
The
Bert's
Russian.
cool. Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. So.
Tom Segura is fantastic. His
Yes!
bit on the
He's fucking
on
awesome.
the catastrophic diarrhea.
Yeah.
I've listened to that at least a dozen times, and it still gets me.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Earl. God, Earl,
Yeah.
you're awesome.
Kyle Kinane, that's the one that I was thinking of. I don't know if you guys have listened to Kyle Kinane. He's
Kinane.
fantastic, and so I love. I've actually got this running Word document. I have like this pipe dream of someday becoming a stand-up comedian, but
Nice.
I'm never
Oh,
actually
man.
gonna do it. But I have
Why not?
like 3 or 4 pages worth of material, like little cliff notes, like talk about the time when you wiped stuff on John, or
Nice.
or the rhythmic rubbing, and I'm just like, I don't know. I think it's tough because my wife's like, you're not that funny.
She may not think so, but there's gonna be a crowd of people that love the comedy.
Real life
See,
stories, man. They work.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that. People,
Yeah.
comedians that tell stories of like real life, that
Mhm.
shit is funny.
It's gold, man.
Yeah, like and they talk about topics that people don't normally talk about. That shit is funny.
Yeah.
When you got comedians, I don't know. I don't think Jerry Seinfeld is funny. I've watched the show and it's just kind of like,
Well, Jerry Seinfeld is actually
You know?
interesting in his process of joke telling. Like me, if I had a style, I would say it's that I make cliff notes and I just tell stories of terrible things that have happened to me or that I've done to other people. But Jerry Seinfeld, apparently, he writes the joke from the first the first word to the last word. It's all scripted, all of his stand-up, and he's got like boxes and boxes and boxes, like thousands of pages worth of jokes that he's written out. And so
yeah.
I think just different styles. I mean, he was big in the 90s for a reason, I guess. It was just he hit the scene when that's what was good.
I mean, I think Raymond is funnier than Seinfeld.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Everybody loves
Ray-
Raymond. I thought that was Ray Romano was funnier than Jerry Seinfeld. Everybody was like, "Oh, Ray Romano sucks." I was like, "He's actually better than Jerry Seinfeld as far as the comedy goes." But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, Miguel.
Anyways, Mr. Iglesias, watch it.
Yes, love it.
Yep, I will for sure.
Love it. It touches on a lot of current events and things that are hilarious.
There's what, 10 episodes, Joe?
Yes.
They're only a half hour, so you can get through pretty quickly.
Mm.
And it is enjoyable. Every episode was enjoyable.
Mm.
Joe Taslim was cast as Sub-Zero in the MK reboot. And
he's from the what movies?
he's from The Raid Redemption.
The Raid.
Oh, yeah.
Which, if they hire more people from the Raid movies, specifically the Mad Dog guy, I'm all in. Hire those actors from those martial arts movies that are awesome, that have subtitles that no one understands, but they're great movies.
Yes. Like I would like to see oh my god. Donnie was it Donnie, what's his name? Donnie Yen?
Donnie
Is it
Yen. Yep.
Donnie Yen. I would love to see him as Kung Lao. Oh, Donnie
That'd be
Yen
pretty
as
tight.
Kung Lao would be awesome. Fuck yeah, that would be awesome. Woo! Or even have him as I would even have him as Liu Kang, but yeah, I mean that give me goosebumps just talking about it. Donnie Yen, man.
On another note, though, as I was thinking through Joe Taslim as Sub-Zero, I was thinking about the overall this new reboot of Mortal Kombat as a movie, and I just thinking through it, I don't know. There's so much content, so many characters, so much history in the story. I don't think it belongs in a movie. It belongs in a Netflix show, or similar to The Witcher, like The Witcher's going to be. There's just so much stuff that I don't think you can fit it in 2.5 hours with the story already being told. You already know what happened in the original, so you can't just retell the story from the video game. I don't know. Go ahead, Joe.
Jump on the Marvel bandwagon on how they did the Marvel movies. I would like to see a solo movie Scorpion, a solo movie Sub-Zero. Then the next movie is the feud, or during the Scorpion and Sub-Zero movies, you would see the feud between the two clans, and then have Raiden, and then have Liu Kang. You know what I mean? Tie in, do it like the Marvel movies did. Like you have like your anchor character, and then which would be Liu Kang, and then go from there and build it exactly how the Marvel universe did. I agree with you. They should do a series. It would make a lot of money and get a lot of viewership, but to actually tell it efficiently, I would just do the same thing that Marvel has done.
See, the thing about that is,
I would watch a 2.5 hour movie on Sub-Zero. I would watch a 2.5 hour movie on Scorpion. Shit, Scorpion movie could be a 3 hour movie and I still watch it. He's like probably the most loved character.
But I guess the way I'm thinking is, like, if you go that route, what story are you really telling? There's not that much background in the source material. There's a lot of background, but I mean, for a 2 hour movie on this character, a 2 hour movie on this character, and then having them all come together for the actual Mortal Kombat tournament, I don't know. That would be difficult because people are expecting blood and gore, and you can't just have one character, all that blood and gore. I don't think it would be successful in that format. It could be, but I don't know.
I don't know. It could be. I mean, hell, the Saw movies have gone how long?
Yeah. I enjoy those. They're rebooting it.
I know, with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, whatever. It's too soon to reboot, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think they could do that. But a Netflix special would be really great. Kind of like, what is it, the Badlands?
Into the Badlands?
Into the Badlands. They could do something like that with just Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, as long as it's not on fucking Apple TV.
Right. Yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on the Little Mermaid fiasco?
I mean, I get why they're changing it, but why change it? Just, you need a ginger. If you're gonna make a live action Little Mermaid movie, why not keep to the source material? You are for everything else. Lion King's still a lion. Jungle Book still has a snake.
Got to keep the redhead mermaid.
I don't know. I'm indifferent. It's not. It doesn't bother me that it's a black actress. Oh well, whatever. But the fact that it bothers everyone else, I
go ahead.
I was just gonna say the fact that all the other Disney movies kind of have to stay true. Yeah, Mermaid is unreal. Mulan, they're doing Mulan. Of course, they need an Asian. If they did Pocahontas, I would hope that they put a Native American woman. I would hope. Whitewashing, it still happens. But, I mean, I'm fine with it. But, I mean, if you're going to keep all your other characters the way that they are in the animated source material, then you should do it for all of them.
It's just not going to translate as well if you change the character. They did it with Cinderella when they had Brandy. I think it was Brandy, right?
It was Brandy. And
Brandy
then Whitney
was
Houston was
Cinderella.
the...
Yeah, it's like, okay, why are they doing this? They're doing it for racial equality, right?
Yeah, why'd they make The Wiz, Chris?
Exactly. You had The Wizard of Oz, and then they made The Wiz. And it all depends on who you ask, which one is better. You have those people. And what do you mean those people? What do you mean those people? You have people of different categories.
Diversity.
So you're going to have people that like The Wiz, and you're going to have people that like The Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Wizard of Oz was the original. The Wiz was a different take on it. So
I almost wonder if it's a money thing. Like, I mean,
I don't think it's honestly going to make as much money.
Yeah.
Voice acting is one thing. but to actually replace the actor, yes, the original cast had Jonathan Taylor Thomas as Simba and James Earl Jones as Mufasa and Jeremy Irons as Scar, and then you had Whoopi Goldberg, Cheech Marin, and I don't remember who the other one, Ed, was. But you had all of these different characters that were mostly white, and now the cast is mostly black. It's for Lion King. It's like, okay, but
It's voice acting.
It's voice acting. It's different, totally different. But when you do the live action part, we'll see what makes more money.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't know.
There won't be a diamond platinum DVD edition of this Little Mermaid. I can guarantee that.
Like, it would have made more sense to make Jasmine black in Aladdin than Little Mermaid, in my opinion.
They're going to do a live action Coco, and they're going to make Keanu Reeves as.
I thought you were being serious about the live action.
No, I'm like that. Just it's an all white cast for Coco. It's going to be all chocolate.
But I don't know.
No, I don't know. I think they're doing this reach for. I don't know. Sometimes I think Disney is just they're reaching for either, like what Earl said, for money, or to have people included into the whole picture.
Yeah.
Like the whole uproar with Star Wars, how there was only one black character, Lando, right?
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, then they said, well, there's no Asians in Star Wars. And then we had Rose, and then we had what's his face, Donnie Yen, and the other guy from Rogue One. And it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
it all depends. Like, oh, I'm making noise, make something for me, and
now they're mad because there's no gays in Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, if it was up to Brie Larson, which I don't disagree with, but she wants to make Captain Marvel a lesbian character with Valkyrie, I'd pay to see that. Valkyrie is the what is her name? Tess? Was it Tess?
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson, who was in Ragnarok. The Valkyrie. Yeah,
And
I would pay to see that. Amen, Captain Marvel. Go ahead, do your thing.
But I mean, yeah. But there was this giant outroar about Endgame, where because their gay scene was at the beginning, where the guy's opening up to Steve Rogers, and people were mad because that's the only scene that they gave us. It's like, stop.
The guy was opening up Steve Rogers. What guy?
Oh, when he was at therapy.
The support group, yeah.
Yeah, support group.
And he's talking about losing his significant other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Very
complained
beginning.
about that? Wow. What'd they say? Like, they don't want any butt stuff or what? Like,
No. See, the thing is you have to remember that Steve Rogers, Captain America, he was raised in that generation where that was kind of like a no-no. Here we go, like with the Aziz Ansari thing, talking about having something from back then to today's standards. And honestly, all of Captain America's beliefs would have been so controversial because when he was growing up, that was a big no-no. It was America. It was, it was white America, basically.
Yeah.
So,
although I don't know. I mean, there must have been people who were in America back then who weren't racist. Maybe. I mean,
no, there weren't.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the overall narrative of that time when Captain America was around.
the society then, basically. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The conformity, the greatest generation, that type of thing, which I know, like, you watch Band of Brothers and you watch all that other stuff, and yeah, whatever. Going deep in the rabbit hole.
Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't bother me with the casting for Little Mermaid, but I mean,
I do want Terry Crews as King Titan if they do it.
That would be fantastic.
Yep. And then they said they want Kevin Hart as Sebastian and Snoop Dogg as Flounder.
That'd be pretty good.
Oh, and Monique is Ursula.
Oh, good Lord. Why not? Yes.
Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Oh my god. Oh,
So
man.
let's go deeper into this. Is the lead male actor? I forget the name of the character. Is he going to be black too?
I think they were looking at casting an Asian guy for it.
I thought they said they wanted Keanu Reeves for it.
For Prince Eric in Little
Prince
Mermaid? Sure.
Or no. Actually, Danny DeVito tweeted that he wanted to be Prince Eric.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh my god, what is
Shit.
wrong with society? Oh god, that's so
Well,
funny.
at least when they make the Hercules live action movie, they can still use Danny DeVito.
What are you talking about? They did The Rock. You don't remember? The Rock did Hercules.
Well, but that's
A
not
Disney. It wasn't a Disney movie?
Yeah. That's not the Disney interpretation of Hercules. When they do the live action Hercules, they can have Danny DeVito play the little goat man.
No, if they continue on this trail, if they do a live action Hercules, they got to be transgender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's got to be like Hercula or something like that. And
Well,
it's a buff dude with tits. I don't know.
I guess if that's what society wants, I don't know.
And that's the route we're going. If everybody wants their own thing, this is the route that we're taking. Eventually, there's going to have some key iconic roles that are going to be changed, and people are going to be like, "That's blasphemy," and blah blah blah. You know, because on that same thread where they said that, about black, about Ariel being black and the whole Little Mermaid cast being black, they said we're going to cast Matt Damon as Malcolm X. And we're going to cast Ryan Gosling as Martin Luther King Jr. And they were, I'm just saying, on the thread, they were pushing the lines, man. They were pushing the lines, and then everybody was fighting back saying these are historical figures and they're not fictional characters. So
Joe, how do you feel about in 50 years from now when they remake A New Hope and Vader is Luke's mom?
I am
I am
watching
your
that shit.
mother.
I'm going to be spitting my teeth out, throwing it at the TV. I'm going to take my walking cane and bash it in the screen. Go, fuck your TV!
See,
Or
that's
whatever,
how
hologram or something. Yeah.
that's how these people feel, Joe.
No. I don't care. They're spoiled. That's what it is. They say something and they get a squeaky wheel doesn't get replaced in this case, it gets fixed. So whatever.
Right now, it kind of sucks.
Lastly, I already touched on that. Lita Battle Angel is out now. Go watch it.
I have it on my hard drive. Or downloaded. Yeah,
Nice.
That's what I'll do. Cool.
I'll probably
all I
watch it tonight or
That's all I
tomorrow.
got for Rando.
We
Chris?
No, I don't really have anything for random shit this week. Just make sure to listen to our podcasts, everybody. Tell your friends. Yeah.
And hide your kids and hide your wife.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
I'm excited for the football season. I know we're getting close to training camp, so hopefully all the players are healthy and we have a pretty awesome year for all of us. So whatever.
We still got to
fan you are.
find out so we can get those tickets.
Yeah, I know. I got to look into getting those tickets.
And you better bug the fuck out of your brother so he doesn't forget.
Yeah, I'll let him know. And then we'll get a hold of John when he gets back, and we'll talk about more football talk about when we can
Fuck John.
go to the game. Oh yeah, I guess he's not. Is this mic still off? Is mic still off? You guys, can you hear him? John, you there? No.
I do thoroughly
gone.
enjoy how everyone ignored his text message this morning.
So what? The I'm busy one with the
Yeah. Yep.
I was gonna reply. You didn't catch that.
I was gonna say something like, how much did that cost at the market?
Yeah, at the market. Yeah.
Sweet. Any other random shit before we close this thing out?
Yeah. I
Earl?
found. I don't know if you guys are into spicy sauces at all, but I think I may have found my all-time favorite.
Oh,
I
shit.
ordered on a whim this hot sauce called Dirty Dick's hot sauce.
On a whim, huh?
Yeah.
And wait, what was the beer you were drinking again?
Yeah.
The men's room.
The men's room. Very fitting.
Okay.
But Dirty Dick's hot sauce, if you guys get the chance, it is absolutely fantastic. It's hot. I'd say it rides the line of medium and like painful. Like it for me at least, it rides that line. And it's got like mangoes in it and banana and raisin, and like it's just a very complex. And yeah, I want to put it on everything right now. And so
Oh shit!
yeah, so
Interesting.
I would recommend. Probably everybody in Pacific Northwest knows about it, but Aardvark.
Aardvark, yep, that's out of Portland. It's fantastic.
When I went to Portland, I had Aardvark sauce, and by God, it is to this day the best hot sauce that I've had. It's better than Tapatio. It's better than Cholula. I love hot sauces that don't have vinegar. I hate vinegar, so I like hot sauces that don't have vinegar in it, and I don't think it has a lot or any in it at all. And it is, oh God, it is just so tasty.
Aardvarks to me tastes more like a salsa than it does the hot sauce. So, I mean, it kind of has a more refreshing, the way it hits your palate. And so I really enjoy it. I think they label it a Jamaican hot sauce.
I love
what they call it.
I love the shit. I'm actually going to order some on Amazon because I'm almost out.
Go order me some.
I will.
Yeah, Dirty Dick's hot sauce. If you guys get the chance, it's good stuff. So,
I can hear Chris now. But put some of this dirty dick on this taco. Jackie's gonna be like, "What?"
Oh shit! That's funny.
That's good.
The hell you are.
Other rando thing I've got. Last one is so my daughter. For the past couple of weeks, she's had hives, and we took her to the doctor because it just appeared out of nowhere, and we were like, "What the heck? Why is she breaking out?" And she's all itchy, and we haven't changed any foods, we haven't changed any detergents, and they're just like, "Here, just take some medicine to make the hives go away." The other night, my wife is like, "Did you notice that our daughter Harrison is saying that it itches when we brush her teeth?" And I was like, yeah, I guess she kind of has been saying that. So we stopped using, because we had just switched toothpaste for her, is what happened. And it's like one of those organic, everything natural, blah, blah, blah. And she's allergic to something in there, because as soon as we stopped using it, it was, it's starting to clear up. And so, anyways, just a little PSA to listen to your kids if they're saying something tickles. That could be a sign that they're having an allergic reaction.
It's good to know. That's good to know for sure.
Yeah, it was just kind of because she'd laugh. She's like, "Ha ha, Dad, tickles," and I'm like, I'm brushing your teeth, okay, but turns out that was the culprit. And listen to your kids if they say something tickles or burns. I guess too. That's another one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. New title of the podcast: It Tickles and It Burns. Oh shit! You got any other rando shit, buddy?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay, nice. All right, so I think this is gonna wrap up our episode. This is episode number 136, I believe, or 135. This is Chris. I'm gonna go play some 76. I am out. Peace.
This is Miguel. That was weird because John's not here. I'm gonna go make dinner.
This is Earl. I'm gonna go download a new game. War of
76.
Rights. War of Rights. Someone bought it for me. And,
awesome!
Oh, sweet.
I don't know if you guys have heard of that game. It's a World War I game apparently, and it takes you like about 30 seconds to load your gun apparently. So you can shoot about twice a minute. But
Okay,
Interesting.
I'll give it a shot.
let us know how that goes next week on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, Earl, are you still reloading? Yeah, hold on.
And enjoy your dirty.
Let me
dicks.
get my musket.
All right, this is Joe. I'm going to play some 76, drink some more Sam 76. Game on, guys.
Game on.
Game on.
You put a drop. That's all you need. You don't need to like on your food because then you won't be able to eat it. But if you just drop, that's it. There's enough heat in that yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just put a drop on something, it's perfect.
Yeah. No,
I put like 2 drops or 3 drops in my ramen when I eat it. Oh, so good. So good.
Never tried it with ramen. That sounds
So good.
that sounds fantastic.
Whoa.
Sounds like it burns.
Got it. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is so good. It's vanilla." And then there's like 1-2 bites in, they're like, "Fuck, this is hot." Yeah, it's paprika. Like, you asshole.
Fucking awesome.
And I'm like, they have spicy meat at Chipotle?
When you get 2 ladles of the hot sauce, it becomes pretty spicy.
Yeah. I've singed my protein receptors that bind with it or something, because it takes a lot to slow me down. And I'm like, Canadians don't know spicy. And yeah, I was crying.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go make some mahi and brown rice.
We got the meats.
I'll just throw lettuce on there.
Fuck broccoli. I hate broccoli. Broccoli and cauliflower. Hate them.
My wife made a cauliflower mac and cheese that was pretty decent.
Mm-mm. Nope. They say it don't taste like cauliflower. Nope. Mm-mm. Not gonna do it. Nope. I tried cauliflower rice. Fuck that. Fuck that. Shit is gross. I don't care how much, but I put like half a stick of butter on it, and it still was gross.
Mm.
Oh.
Ugh.
Fuck cauliflower. I can eat. I won't do cauliflower.
Gamer Talk Podcast, Season fucking 2.
They know you're here. They're watching.